So a little vlog update is long overdue. And basically, I've just been exhausted from working. I've picked up jiu-jitsu, so trying to do that in lieu with kickboxing. The third shift lab tech job combined with both martial arts and also trying to go to the gym to get back into weightlifting and consistently running on the treadmill, it's just tearing my body down. So unfortunately, I got to figure out how to work everything out in a way I would like to. That's weird. Don't know why that car stopped. Anyways. Yeah, and then I guess just giant update thing. So basically, I don't want to go to training tonight, but I am. So, discipline. Discipline's always a phenomenal, I was going to say fantastic, decided to go with phenomenal. Discipline is a phenomenal attribute one should have about themselves. I heard a quote recently that said, the disciplined ones are the only ones that are truly free in life. And it's like, yes and no. Because I feel like everyone is bound to something. Everyone is a slave to something. I believe that was mentioned in Vinland Saga and then also Attack on Titan, where it's mentioned everyone's a slave to something, whether it's alcohol, drinking, women. Everybody has a sin that they're a slave to. And so anyways, the discipline thing, the disciplined ones are a slave to discipline, but it's like it grants them what they truly want in life. Whereas anybody who's undisciplined is just simply a slave to their laziness, their impulses. So like, again, everybody's a slave to something. I'm starting to ramble on here. And then other news. Got my first speeding ticket, so that was some BS. So basically it was on a back road that is pretty much a highway. It's like a 2-lane highway, like one each side of the yellow. And so I kind of like, it's late at night, I'm driving to work. There's no other cars out, so like I'm just kind of zoned out driving down, like still focused on the road, but like not really minding too much. I'm not as cognizant of what I should be with my surroundings or my speed. And then I passed this one car. I don't know if it was stopped or if we were driving past one another. But then like all of a sudden I noticed red and blue lights turn on in my rear view mirror, and I'm thinking, shit, are you fucking serious? I'm like, you know what? Maybe there was a car that is further back they're going after. I'm like, cool. So like, I'm like, you know what? I check the speedometer. I'm like, oh crap, a little. And so I slow down, and in the process of braking, I see them do a U-turn. I'm like, motherfucker, like, yeah, they're coming after me. And I'm like, if they clocked my speed, there's no way I'm getting out of this. Even though there's people who have been in similar situations that I'm aware of in my personal life that allegedly have managed to get out of tickets. So the road was a 55. It should be a 65 minimum. And again, like I said, I discussed this with my lab partner. Everybody treats it as a highway because it basically is a back road highway. So basically going highway speed, I was perfectly fine. I was within the limits for highway speed. But state trooper didn't think so, pulled me over, ran my plates, everything. He's like, hey, you know how fast you were going? I'm like, no, genuinely didn't, all this, that, because it's like, I wasn't paying attention until he like put the lights on. And then, he was like, okay, well, I'm going to issue you a citation, all this, that, blah, blah, blah. He did the whole thing like, you're running late for work. I said no because I technically wasn't, but not sure how much that would have helped my case or not. But yeah, so now I have to pay like $143 speeding ticket, which sucks, because in my mind it's like, there's a part of me that wants to rebel and be like, whoa, well, you like did this to me, so now I want to just like do it again type thing. And it's like, that's not going to benefit anybody. It's being immature, it's being childish. So I'm not going to do it. But I mean, I've gotten pretty lucky. Out of like roughly a decade of driving, like 8 to 10 years of driving, that's my first speeding ticket. So like, I'm not going to complain too much. The only thing I am going to complain about is like if this negatively impacts my future interviews for a forensics job. Because last time I had an interview for a forensics job, they asked me if I got any speeding tickets or anything, or broke any like speeding laws within the few recent months leading up to the interview. So I'm not sure how much of it's like an honesty play versus it actually negatively impacts me. I don't know. But yeah. Did I learn my lesson? Absolutely. I'm going to move smarter moving forward. And then rolling reflections in jiu-jitsu. That's going to be a new thing. Rolling reflections for jiu-jitsu, sparring reflections for kickboxing. So jiu-jitsu freaking sucked because me and my partner were rolling and I started to get like the upper hand on him. And then we basically do a somersault. He did like a forward, I did like a backward somersault. We roll over my head and I feel like a bunch of my neck crack and I'm like, son of a gun. Like, so I called it. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to chance it after this. Been super sore in my neck. Upper back, lower neck has been super sore. I have a bruise in like the upper thigh region. And then I'm also like bruised left knee, so like that's great. Coach was like, hey, a lot of people are out, I really need you tonight for helping one of the guys train. And it's like, yeah, it's gonna go anyways type deal. So I just feel like I'm burnt out, whatnot, trying to get what sleep I can. Yeah, it's tough. Jiu-jitsu's a lot, but I seem to have more of a natural knack for that than I do kickboxing. So I want to stick with it. The problem is I'm not doing it as consistently as I would like. And the reason for that is just due to being freaking tired and exhausted from work. Like, feel like I can't win. I really want to get back into the copywriting digital marketing side hustle, see how that goes. So what else? I was saying this earlier. I'm kind of making progress on my goals, kind of not. So, I don't know, we'll see. It's only the second month in the year I didn't accomplish any bit of my goals in January. I've been making more progress in February, but it's not up to the pace or the rate I would like it to be. So I'm going to make an effort on changing that. And then, yeah.